What is up, everybody? It's your boy Travis here from Team PPG, and today I'm bringing you my 10th place Florida RLE Recovery Girl deck profile. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. It was a super good meta call into what people ended up playing, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So first, we're going to start off with the actions. I played 3 Ruthless Mockery. This card is absurd. If I ever half blocked with this card or fully blocked with this card, they just were not killing me that turn. Yeah, card's absurd. Not much else to say. For those that don't know, Recovery Girl says first form gain 2 health, and then after you take damage from an attack, you can respond and build a foundation from your discard pile. And then enhance, destroy 2 foundations, your attack gains. Onto the attacks. Played 4 Future Charge. Future Charge is just a 4-diff 3-mid for 4 that says enhanced draw card. Or draw a card for each Future Charge in your card pool, I should say, because that is relevant. So if you play multiple, the first one replaces itself, the second one goes +1, the third one goes +2, and so on and so forth. 4 copies of the best attack in the format, Back Alley Haymaker. This card is absurd. It's a 5-diff, 4-mid 5, stun 2, EX2, charge and punch that says enhance, draw 1 card, or build 1 foundation with a printed difficulty of 0 from your discard pile. It does so much for this deck. It's actually crazy. 4 Blood Transfer. This is actually the best attack in the deck, though. This card says it's a 4-diff, 4-mid 4 tech weapon that says if it's added to momentum, you add it face up. And then enhance momentum flip, gain 1 health, your rival loses 1 health. This can't reduce them below 1 health. And then enhance, if this attack is completely blocked, you add the top card of your deck to your momentum face up. So with Recovery Girl, you give this throw, so it always goes to your momentum unless they face shield, wall clang, etc. block it. So you just always get the flip to drain 1, and then on their turn, you start building every Excited for Blood in your discard pile when you take damage, and then you just flip this to like gain 17 health in the middle of their turn. It's very, very good. It also does randomly give you 2 momentum if you give it throw, and they can like on zone block it, so that's cool. Naval Laser Beam, 5-diff, 3-mid 6, Breaker 2, ranged. First enhance, discard 1 momentum, unflip 2 foundations, and then enhance, flip 1 foundation. This attack gets 2 speed, and then it also has the same enhance but for damage. This card was a good breaker block for the most part. I blocked with this card a lot more often than I played it, but when I played it, it unflipped Excited for Bloods and other relevant stuff in my staging area that was very important and helped out quite a bit. The kill condition of this deck that isn't just building carbo loadings from our discard pile and using them. Focused attack. It's a 5-diff, 6-mid for 3 with punch, combo, mid-attack, mid-attack. Combo enhanced, this attack gets 3 damage for every mid in your card pool, so if the chain looks like this, it's plus 9 damage on your first focused attack. And then it also has an absurd deadlock enhance that says commit 3 rival foundations. This attack gets plus X damage. X equals the difficulty that is printed on the 3 foundations. So, like if you commit 3 3-diffs, it's just 9 damage for free. It's pretty sick. But that on average did got 6 bonus damage from that. 2 Muscle Mauler. It's a Breaker 1 punch 6-diff 5-mid 6 that says statically it gets -1 difficulty if you have more life than your opponent, which you're a base 5-hand or 30 health character, so usually you do. And then enhance, destroy 1 face down foundation, draw a card, and then add 1 of your momentum to your hand. So basically any of the cool moves that you make into a throw that you touch them with, you can pick them back up with this. And then deadlock enhance, flip 2 rival foundations, which is also very, very strong. Onto the foundations. I played 4 Tight Lips. This card just says flip for +1 damage. It makes us have really good throw break points, and it's a good spam with a good mid block. 3 Release, one of the best defensive cards in the format. Being able to destroy a foundation for essentially -2 speed. Most of the time a committed resource is very, very good. 1 Recovery Girl's Kiss. This was so we could build something in off of our back alleys that was like gained us health, so we could ready carbo loadings on our turn. And also just being able to have a build from discard pile flip to gain 1 is also not terrible. 3, I'll Protect You. This card says enhance commit flip for -3 speed. It was just good speed 8. If we flip commit this for -3 speed and then like self-sack, destroy it, and then partial block, we can build it back in for -3 speed on our next move. It's pretty good. We got 3 Bonds of Friendship. This card was a meta call. Basically it says enhance flip this fury attack gets -3 damage. So Ojiro plays Texas Smash and Rapid Punches, and both of those moves are Furies, and being able to say, hey, I take 3 less damage from your move, and then I also get to build something from my discard pile on a 1 diff with a 1 high block and a 6 check, pretty good. 4 Precious Lesson. Precious Lesson is a 1 diff 4 check that says response flip after one of your foundations is destroyed or removed, you build the top card of your deck face down. So this deck destroys foundations a lot, obviously, because our character says destroy 2 face downs, or 2 foundations as cost. So being able to get those back is extremely important. 4 Self-Sack. This card is the main engine card of our deck. It lets us reuse our good face down foundations that we would rather have in our discard pile to build them with our character, and it's also minus damage. Extremely good card. Also, it just has a 1 low block, which is crazy. Free new training method. It feels like this card should have been a 4-0. This card is absurd. Probably one of the best foundations in the game. It says response after you build it, you get to build another foundation from your hand committed, and then you can respond, commit, flip to pick up a foundation when you check it. Card's just so good. Passing the Torch. 3 of. This deck doesn't really need 4. We already draw like such an absurd amount of cards, and if we ever see it in our discard pile, we can just build it when we need it. 4 Bench Press. This card says enhance flip. If this attack deals damage, you gain 2 health, so either yours or your opponent's. So this card with self-sack, you're essentially -3 damaging all your opponent's moves. And then like if you block with a Ruthless Mockery, it's -5 damage, which is crazy. And then it says as well, enhance if you've lost health this turn, your attack gets 1 damage, which is relevant because we do play Excited for Bloods, so that came up a little bit. 4 Wild Pussycats. This card gives us deck speed, which is really important. Being able to get foundations in our discard pile by milling them off of this is very good, and then it also just replaces itself. So form, reveal 3, add a foundation from among them to your hand and discard the rest. It also has another response that never came up, which is like after you block an echo attack, it loses echo. 1 Wealthy Aspirations. So this was for the 1 low block and the cheeky stuff that you can do with blood transfer. So like, if I have a blood transfer in my momentum, I can like flip it to do the Excited for Blood thing, take damage, and then build this, and then keep taking more damage and rebuilding the Excited for Bloods to do it again, if they decide to extend even further into me. 4 Cargo Loading. One of the best cards in the deck. This card is like Amphibious on crack. It just readies itself whenever you gain life once per turn, and then it also commits for 3 damage. Like you can commit any foundation in your staging area to get +X damage, where X is the printed difficulty of that foundation. So usually you just commit itself to get 3 damage, and then you like blow up 2 foundations and then touch them with an Excited for Blood on board, and you gain the life back and then ready it. And you essentially just gave 3 damage for free. Man, actual best foundation in the deck, goated MVP. Never play less than 4 of this card in this deck. This card just says after your rival loses health, you gain 2 health or 4 health, and then you can respond once per turn, lose 2 health after your rival loses health to draw a card. Yeah, this card's insane. This card makes you like an X-hander, and then also just gains you your entire life bar back. No reason to play this deck if you're not playing this card, honestly. Onto the one of 3 diffs. I played 1 rescue, 1 blood evaluation, 1 pump up. So pump up says flip a foundation after an attack is. This attack is blocked, you get to seal one of your rival's foundations, which is absurd. There are a lot of foundations that were super important to seal, so like being able to see this and also the fact that it has a 1 low block, so I can just like build it from my discard pile if I ever see it and then start shutting off their important stuff. This sealed like 1 with natures and like night watches and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure they couldn't interact with me. Blood evaluation. This card says discard a momentum to ready itself or flip 1 rival momentum, which the flip never came up, but the ready was pretty good. Just having an extra momentum out that also turned into card draw when it readies itself is very good. And then rescue completed. This card was just a good one of that I could build from my discard pile. And I could like use it to blow up to ready 2 face downs and then like build it back in, ready 2 other face downs later. Card was great. Anyways, that's it for the main board. I believe it was 71 cards in total. Onto the sideboard. I played an extra muscle mauler for the control matchups, because this card's not like amazing against the aggro decks, but against control decks, this card smurfs. The deadlock enhance specifically just gives you so much longevity in the game. 3 terrifying injury. This card was mainly for the deadlock form to flip and remove one of my rival's foundations, but like the fact that we already on average start off with more health than a lot of other characters, especially the most popular character in the format, who is Odro with 28, being able to de-build this into our card pool for -3 speed and draw a card is very good. Odro deck cards. 3 Bewildered, 3 Lost in Thought. So Lost in Thought was crazy against Odro, it was crazy against the control decks. This card's just absurd. It also has the extra utility of if we build an attack face down off of like Precious Lesson or something, we can bounce it back to our hand and then build something else. This card just put in so much work. It was like bouncing 1 with nature, snack times, anything with good deadlock on it. 3 Bewildered. Bewildered was one of the best cards in my sideboard for sure. Almost every deck in the game, aside from like the All Might 4 deck that also topped, has to play like a super long string to kill you. So being able to be like, okay, yeah, I'll flip for -3 speed so I can block your move, or I'll flip for -3 damage, so all your moves have -3 damage now as long as I have a self-sack or a way to destroy this, was actually crazy. I would almost consider moving it to the main board because there was like never a time where it was dead almost. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, I really appreciate it. This has been Travis from PPG, signing out. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe.